There
we
we
go.
This seed is the worst, and no sword on the uncle this time, foiled yet again. And just a bomb upgrade from Link's house. Curious thing that chat has pointed out in past seeds, if you have a fighter sword Uncle start, Uncle will be carrying the sword with him as he exits your house.
Not going to lie, I'm really hoping to see some bombs on Uncle. Bomb strats are some of my favorite openings to watch. They're just so creative.
Well, you got your wish.
Yes! And with the bomb upgrade, because we got the bomb upgrade in Link's house, we're actually starting off with 15 bombs, so a little bit more of a cushion there, although unless they get some health, hearts will be a concern, especially as you're trying to get the rat in sewers.
That certainly can be a concern. Honestly, I think Bomb Start is one of the more favorable ones, just because you don't have to worry about farming drops to open up the 3 chests in the sewers, and I've seen several times where the sewers has had plenty of just absolutely incredible stuff. But right now in the Practice Princess saving mission, both of our runners are going to be going more or less in the standard path.
Yeah, bomb farming can be particularly difficult with the magic items. Like Cane of Samaria is not that bad, but Cane of Burna can really be a limit on how much you can farm.
That is very true. Also, you are going to need 2 bombs in order to kill this guard, as it looks like Smoke had the setup for the double and just barely missed it. 10 arrows in that first chest.
Yeah, I could have sworn Smoke got that. I thought the guard was flashing myself.
Yeah, I thought he got it too, but oh well. Point is, both of our runners get through it, and then they've got this next guard in the room coming up that they'll have to deal with. And the key guard, and then the other blue guard that I believe in vanilla guards the boomerang.
Both runners getting that guard, no problem at all.
There we go. There's that double on Solski's side as the sewer key is picked up.
Yeah, really, really nice bomb strats here. You can tell both these runners have put some practice in on this. This is not something you would ever do in an NMG run, for sure.
No, it is not, but it is definitely useful to know if you ever find yourself in this kind of situation. Solski playing as, I believe that's the ball and chain guard right here. Killing his brother with, looks like just 1 bomb and 1 pot. Or 1 bomb, 2 pot, actually. So I thought 1 bomb, 1 pot was good enough. Smoke is just on 2 pot strats. And we have the hook shot. Yep, that's going to be very interesting. That's going to not open up anything on its own, but it's definitely going to make our lines of progression really interesting. It brings the East Death Mountain into play a lot earlier than it normally would be.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of runners. If you can't do a lot on Death Mountain the first time you go, they tend to avoid it. So if we get that Death Mountain access, whether it's a glove and a lamp or a flute, it's definitely going to make that option a lot more appealing for our runners here.
I mean, a glove and a lamp, yes, but ostensibly, I'm sure both of our runners are more than capable of playing in the dark if they decide it's in their best interests.
Solski making good use of that hook shot. Not bothering to dodge the guards. Hook shot, very useful. It will not only stun a lot of the enemies you find, especially before you get the sword. It increases your mobility, and also, particularly like in the case of Mini Moldorm Cave, you can actually use it to kill enemies as well.
Yeah, you can kill the mini Moldorms. You can also kill the penguins in Ice Palace with the hook shot, in addition to, as you said, having all the mobility options and the ability to stun enemies on command. If the stun price turns out to be really good, I expect a lot of hookshot usage in this run.
Yeah, and one thing that's always cool to see, especially on bomb starts, is when the runners are synced up like this. Smoke is making very good time. I know that he had an issue with that first key guard, but doing a great job making time up on Solski here, and they're almost perfectly synced heading out of escape.
Yeah, and we have the map here, so it's going to be 3 items inside the escape, inside the sewers chests. Definitely potential for some really good progression there. Oh,
Smoke
Solski.
is opting to go with bomb strats here.
Yeah, Solski using the hook shot to kill these rats. Smoke might not know that the rats are weak to it. You've also got to be careful on half a heart. We got a piece of heart, we got a full heart, and we got another piece of heart. So a lot of love here in the sewers, but not the kind of love that our runners were particularly hoping for.
And Solski with his surplus of bombs, I'm opting to go out the north exit on that side room there. A little bit of a time save there on his part.
And just a little bit. He's got plenty to spare. Smoke still with enough bombs to finish out all of the Kakariko and related areas. I think he can even bomb open Ice Rod Cave with what he's gotten. We got the flippers.
The past 3 races, and I'm not even kidding with this, the past 3 races I've raced, flippers have been in that chest. I've seen that a lot lately.
All right, so it's going to be interesting when our runners decide to make the Zora plays, but it looks like they're going to be doing the standard play, checking Lumberjack, checking Lost Woods, and then heading to Kakariko.
Yeah, you could make a case certainly for the waterfall cave, but I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if they don't find money in Kakariko or South Shore if they opt to do that Zora play.
Like the Zora play doesn't make sense unless you are unless you can get that 500 rupees. Even though it's only 1 item, you just don't want to double dip if you don't have to. And pretty sure that's another piece of heart there on the Lumberjack.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're at least we're not taking Aghanim for that item.
2 more items to pick up here in the Lost Woods versus another full heart container.
Yeah, certainly not a bad thing to have, especially without a mail upgrade at this point.
Smoke's gonna give it a pass, though. Interesting. And there's the Ice Rod here in the second Lost Woods location.
It would be funny if Turok ends up being a pendant.
It really will, although, yeah, the Ice Rod, that's... Yeah, killing Trinex is about the only thing that's good for. I mean, it can freeze enemies, it can kill a couple of them, but yeah, not exactly the most efficient use of magic, especially early on. But Solski's gonna head over to Blind's hut and let's see what the Master Thief is up to today. Well, there's some money. 300 rupees, a cute tiny little shield, another piece of heart, and a 4th piece of heart, giving them a full set.
Yeah, so Bottle Vendor is definitely on the table now.
And there's a lamp, so all they need is the glove, and all of Dark Mountain is their oyster. Well, maybe not all of Dark Mountain. They still don't have a mirror or a hammer to get to the Tower of Hera area, but
yeah, that also might be indicative of an early Aga play too for Dark World access.
Yeah, I mean, early Master Sword would mean Aga's on the table. They still need to find Fire Sword before they get there, though. Early bomb refill, certainly not unappreciated. As the rest, we got Bombos, Bee in a Bottle, and 20 bucks.
I bet you 20 cents. Bombos is the entrance to Pendant Turtle Rock.
Alright, you're on. And a nice little economics lesson. The Solski laying down the bomb. 80 rupees for 20. Not the best trade. Solski not risking with Chicken Clip, and there's that Fighter Sword.
Yeah, we're getting there. So now we're a cape or a sword upgrade away from AGA 1.
Yes. Daniel, it did not look like it was a gold bee in that bottle, but we'll see if Sick Kid's got anything. He's just got a piece of heart. Sick Kid, maybe the reason you're sick is because you keep on giving away pieces of your heart? Just saying.
It's a very healthy seed so far.
Yes, it is. And another bottle in the tavern.
Be making a run to the library right quick to see if, at least right now, we know if it's a boots required seed or not. And
Well, yeah, that's a shovel.
that's
So
a dubious item to have up there.
yeah, you never want to see fetch quest items that are locked by other items. It's really weird. And $50 at the race game. Both are runners opting to take a peek before going for it. And look, I assume Smoke. Yeah, Smoke's gonna save and quit. So Solski and I assume Smoke are both. Oh, Smoke's going to. Oh, that was just a miss on his part. He's probably gonna do the same South Shore loop. It was really interesting. Smoke with the played a Sanctuary. Maybe he was going to try to do Death Mountain immediately and remembered he didn't have Power Glove. There's a blue mail for Solski. That's definitely really useful this early on.
Yeah, there have been a lot of safeties. We have bottles, so if we get a bug net, we'll be able to store fairies. Even beyond that, we have potions, lots of heart pieces, blue mail, fighter swords. So it's looking to be a very comfortable opening here. Solski hitting the mini Moldorm Cave.
Yeah, 6 hearts this early in the run is quite a lot. Just $20 inside the dam, or at the inside the lake. And Solski's gonna take a look at these 5 chests. Master Sword, Aga's in play now. Another $50, another 20, and a heart piece. You got Master Sword. You have Master Sword. You have Lamp. Aghanim is in logic if you want to make that gamble. Does Solski want to? He's going to check at least Hobo and take a look at what's on Lake Hylia Island first. Can't say I blame him.
Ooh, bow on the island.
Oh, that's required. And that gives a little bit more credence to the Aghanim play. That'll put you at the top of the tower. And we have 3 crystals in the light world. So that ups the chances that there's that pendant turtle rock like you talked about. So the mirror is definitely going to be required in order to get the bow. And Solski gets another heart container from the Hobo. He's up to 7.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think here what they have left. They have Ice Rod Cave, Waterfall Cave, Zora technically is in logic, and then after that you have the Eastern play, which I don't know. Have with the bow being on the island, I don't know if you want to dip Eastern at this point, though.
That is definitely something of note. There is also a Gina's Cave, although that's really kind of out of the way. Also, if any of these have the Power Glove, that would also open up a lot of spots on Death Mountain. But Solski is... Solski's going to check Ice Rod Cave from here. I don't mind this play one bit. It's kind of awkward to get to. And Smoke's going to Zora right away. Still 107 rupees short of the Master Swindler's item, hoping he can pick it up in these 2 chests.
Yeah, Solski not really getting anything useful in Ice Rod Cave, just a bomb upgrade.
A heart and $20. That's still not enough for Smoke. But he's going to keep on in this area. I can't imagine him trying to grind the last 87 rupees he needs. Solski's making that. Oh no, this is an Eastern play. Oh, there's the Moon Pearl.
Oh, that's huge for Smoke.
That is huge for Smoke. He's not going to be able to afford whatever Zora's selling, but he's still going to come out hugely ahead. Solski is going to at least check Sahasrahla, if not dip Eastern entirely. Plus 5 arrows, plus 20 bucks, plus 20 bucks. Solski still 100 short of being able to get Zora's item, and Smoke picks up his Moon Pearl.
Yeah, from Solski's perspective at this point, Zora is not a very attractive option unless you just really don't want to make the Aga play. So it'll be interesting to see when he gets up to that area.
And Smoke, very interesting. With the Moon Pearl, I would have assumed immediately go straight to Aga, but no, it looks like he is also making the Eastern Palace play. Both of them know there's no way there's no way in anywhere that they're going to be able to complete this dungeon.
Yeah, man. At this point, I guess they're hoping to find maybe a lift upgrade or two to get to, or I guess at this point either a lift upgrade or a flute, maybe to unlock Death Mountain. I think Dark World access in Eastern would be that's a very small odds of that happening.
Yeah, there's 3 items, one of which can be locked by the Armos Knights. And we found the... Yes, chat, I know I should have said it. I blanked. But still 2 items that could have something. Maybe the third's back here, looking less likely. There's another bee in a bottle. Yeah, still plenty of progression that could be in here, but not exactly holding your breath for it.
Yeah, chat bringing up a good point. Outside of something that saves you from Dark World, Solski's best bet here is to find rupees that enables him to visit Zora and get the item.
Yeah, that is definitely the play he needs to make. He's 102 short right now, and I believe there was 50 in the waterfall. So if he gets to 450, he'll be able to make the play, and he might gamble. Hopefully he gets... he's got the big key, so he's going to be able to open the big chest.
Yeah, there is a rupee room in here as well that you can get. I'm not sure the exact amount.
Chat's saying 90, and there's the compass. So there's one more item left that's available in this part of the dungeon. Solski is going to... Solski, what are you doing? Did you forget that you... Oh, this
no, he's getting the rupees.
Room. Right, this is that rupee room. So he's planning on going to Zora right after this, and that's going to prove to be exactly the play he needs to make. If doubly so if Zora has something that's required. And I'm wondering what Smoke was doing. Oh, he's just getting, like, hoping for bomb drops or the last 12 rupees he'd need to get to 500. But there's one more item that is available. It's in the vanilla big key chest. Yeah, you'll learn something new about this game every day, I tell you.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think of who might be in the lead. I think our runners are tied because if I had to guess, Smoke is... I mean, unless Smoke goes directly to Aghanim, but he might also check Ice Rod Cave the same time Solski is making his run up to Zora.
It's definitely going to be interesting. This chest, just another piece of heart. So nothing else of value here in Eastern. Solski's out. Let's see. I assume he is going to make that Zora play. He has to be sure he can find a nickel somewhere on the way up.
Yeah, I mean, how many Zoras he could kill on his way up there?
Well, yeah, there's still the fact that there's 50 bucks at the... Yeah, you can see him grabbing those rupees. But what he doesn't know is he's going to be safe by quite a fair margin with the 50 secret in the waterfall.
Smoke looked like he was almost heading up to the to Aghanim, but opted against it. I think he might be heading toward Agina's cave now.
He is headed in the direction of Agina's cave. He does not want to make this Aga play, but it's looking more and more like he may have to. And sad enough for him, the play that... Oh, it was 20, not 50, but it's still more than enough to get him to over 500. Solski going to turn in the empty bottle, pick up a free potion, and it's going to... Oh, no, it's not. It's not a potion. It's a fairy in the bottle.
Yeah, not only have the items been, just for those who are new to Randomizer, not only have the items been randomized, but also enemy drops have as well. And you can throw the bottle up into the fairy fountain, and she will give you a random reward. So for this particular seed, anytime...
Oh, the mirrors at Agina's cave! So that's the last piece of the puzzle. Aga is absolutely required, but Aghanim is also going to give you access immediately to the bow.
We do have to see what Zora has. I doubt it'll be anything too special, but this is an item we don't know yet.
You were saying...
Hammer! Holy cow!
Oh, smoke. Oh, no. And Hammer plus Moon Pearl, that's Dark World access. This Aga play is completely out of logic now.
I think we need a glove still, don't we?
Not with Hammer, no. You can get to a Village of Outcasts.
But don't you need a glove to lift up the stone that the portal's under?
I don't know. I thought it was. I thought you just needed the hammer. Oh, you can also get to Dark World through the Hut Cave portal. He's got Dark World access this way. Smoke making the Aga play. He is going to well, Solski. No, Solski's gonna check Agina's cave. He's gonna find his mirror. But holy crap! You were saying about Zora not having anything important?
Yeah, that's really bad for Smoke too, because he's going to get his Dark World through Aghanim. Well, he does have the mirror, so he can route Zora in the catfish.
For every Dark World portal, you need at least a Power Glove to open up to lift up the rock. This Aga play is required.
Yeah,
but getting the hammer off of the Master Con Man definitely puts Solski in the lead, especially because he's not going to lose this mirror. Smoke is going to think he's ahead, but he is going to, at some point, have to backtrack to Zora. He might... I mean, I think Smoke might still be a little bit in the lead, because what I'm thinking, he has the mirror. Once he gets his bow, he's probably, once he gets the bow and 43 rupees, he's going to combine Zora and Catfish. So he's going to be able to save a little bit of time on general routing, although Solski having the hammer that much earlier.
Yeah, I think Solski's going to have the routing advantage because he has mirror now, right? So the moment he gets out of Pyramid, Hype Cave is available to him. He has a mirror. He can go to Lake Hylia and get the bow. So he can route in Pod and Eastern with his, on the way to Catfish.
Yeah,
if he even decides to go to
the
Catfish.
hammer and the bow, yeah. So
whereas Smoke
it's definitely advantage Solski, but hardly a decisive advantage at this point. Smoke is going to be able to pick up the hammer from Zora and get another check on potentially required item. It's still way too early to tell, but both of our runners, unfortunately, still need to make this play.
Yeah, and we just have to hope that Smoke doesn't dive Pod. Because when he gets that bow, he might dive Pod in hopes that hammer might be in Pod.
I mean, I can't see him not taking Zora, assuming he picks up, probably the best thing for him would be 50 rupees or more on the Pyramid Ledge to make him go straight to Zora, as he is in the Aghanim fight. So let's see, how many blue balls are we going to get, do you think?
I hope 0. I hate this fight. It's just... Especially when you get blue balls, it's like you already don't want to do this, and then it drags on forever. So I hope.
Yeah, and there's 2 already for Smoke. 3 in a row. Ouch! Smoke not not happy about the old man giving him the business.
Solski's showing off cool tech with the hookshot, deflecting some of the spears with the hookshot.
And second phase definitely being a lot more friendly. Although there's a fourth blue ball. The one saving grace Smoke does have is that Solski is going to get this exact same pattern from Aghanim, so he is not going to gain or lose any time as long as he gets his shots in. Not sure why Smoke just took the lightning bolt to the face, but oh, there's a fifth blue ball over there. So let's see. Holy crap, 6. This is Aga not being kind whatsoever. 6 blue balls before finally going down. But Smoke has killed the old man, and let's see what is on the pyramid. And we do have that the entire east side of the Dark World is pendants. Turtle Rock, Pod, Ice Palace.
Pendant TR.
Yep, pendant TR, but it is green pendant. And just a bomb upgrade on the pyramid ledge. So Smoke, I assume, is making a beeline for that bow.
Solski in his ever-exhilarating Aghanim fight.
Yes, this is true video gaming skill, ladies and gentlemen. So chat asking what could possibly be on the pedestal. Let's see, it can't be Fire Rod, it can't be, well, they've got Bombos already. Yeah, it can't be Fire Rod, so what is left that we need? No, it can't be Titan's Mitts. Oh, it's Flute and the Meyer Medallion. It looks like that's it.
Yeah, I think Flute, Meyer Medallion, or a fetch quest leading to it.
Yeah, Smoke
possibly...
is headed
Never
somewhere.
mind.
Oh,
He might be taking a portal? No?
Yeah. No, because we're still missing a Power Glove.
I hope he's not coming down here to farm rupees, forgetting that he doesn't have a glove.
That may be what he's doing.
Looks like Solski is making the Hype Cave play. Yeah, I think he just realized.
Yep, Smoke realized just a bit late, so he's going to lose a little bit of time here.
So Solski is checking Hype Cave, probably going to get his bow and then do the Pod Eastern combo. I don't know if he'll full clear Pod, but...
Yeah, I probably wouldn't unless he thinks that there's something really necessary. So, full heart, net. There's our Power Glove. And there's a lot of love, but the Power Glove and the net.
Yeah,
the
so
worst part for Smoke is with the flippers as early as they are, there was never really any chance to set up one of the easier Chris Houlihan rooms.
Yeah, and without the gloves, he can't do it in Escape either.
Yeah, so Smoke is going to Pendant Eastern, it looks like. This is really bad because he's going to burn through another 110 rupees. Meanwhile, Solski is
really
headed towards Old Stumpy and K45, it looks like.
I mean, to be honest though, given the knowledge that Smoke has, because he has the mirror, not only does he get to dip Pod, but he does get to clear Eastern Wise here. So given the knowledge that he has, it's really not a bad play. Unfortunately, it's just not the correct play for this seed.
Yeah, so Old Stumpy was a bust. Let's see if K45 is any better. Nope, just a big 20. Smokes looks like Smoke's just going to finish out Eastern Palace with his bow in hand.
I wonder if he's intentionally not doing pod to save the money.
It is entirely possible. There is also the fact that it is a pendant and not as big on his radar. Solski is, he's headed to Alec Baldwin's digging game, but I'm pretty sure he's short. Don't you need 80 rupees to play? Yep. Shovel rentals, 80 rupees. I got all day. Solski getting the bad news. So both of our runners making some poor financial decisions.
Also, Solski's showing off one of the challenges of having to do Aga 1. If you beat Aghanim 1 and you have the mirror, if you save and quit in the Dark World, you are put at the top of the pyramid. You don't get to select your Light World location.
And so you usually have to mirror back to the Light World and then up A. So he is probably going to do Village of Outcasts. Keep in mind, oh, no, he's going to do Death Mountain. Okay, this makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, with Hookshot and a glove, he'll be able to check out, or with a Hookshot and a hammer, he'll be able to do a lot up here. Even be able to, he'll be able to make it to Tower of Hera and clear it.
Yeah, he'll be able to do literally everything up here. Even Hookshot Cave. The only thing, there's one thing that's out of logic for them, and that's Burn a Spike Cave. He can still do it. I think he has just enough hearts to survive.
I think you need 14 hearts, and I think he's at 12.
Yeah, he's at 12. I'm not... Yeah. 14, that might be it. I know logically you need one bottle and an invincibility item, which he currently doesn't have the latter.
He does have a fairy, though, I do believe. He got a fairy from the Waterfall of Wishing.
Yeah, so he would be able to do it. He would have to give up that safety item, and it's not a safety item that he probably wants to get rid of, as Smoke is going to take on these Armos Knights. Just a big 20 on top of Spectacle Rock. Let's see if there's anything better inside. Nope, just 3 bombs.
Hot NMG strats.
Hot NMG strats, indeed. I didn't see what he picked up, though. Yeah, Solski would be able to do... Burn a Spike Cave with his fairy, but it is not in logic. The chat saying was just a heart from the Armos Knights. And there's the big key in this first room of Tower of Hera, so that's going to save some agony.
Also, one thing that I forgot, because Smoke does not have a glove or the hammer, he cannot walk to Catfish in the Dark World. So, yeah, it's definitely a very... I don't know if it's the same call I would have made to hold off Pod to visit Zora.
Well, speaking of Zora, that is the play he's making. It's going to be a very good play, but he's going to be a little tilted, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, with the bow, there's so many items. With the bow and the lamp, there's so many items in Pod. So, yeah, I mean, this was definitely a good play on his part, holding off on going into Pod so he'd have the rupees to make this play.
Solski setting up a bomb jump here in Tower of Hera. This is very interesting. He didn't have the boots, so he could make it the play there, but he wouldn't be able to bomb jump back, to bonk himself back. Smoke getting the bad news. Several frustration slashes, but he's got his hammer.
Yeah, so this is a race. Smoke probably going to make a lot of the same checks that Solski just made.
Yeah, he's obviously... Well, he can't get to... He's going to try and take this hammer portal, but he can't. He still needs Power Glove. He's got to take the... He's got to take the portal at Hyrule Castle and come back. And $100 on Moldorm. Solski taking care of it very quickly. Smoke having to backtrack, bleeding away a little bit more time.
Yeah, and you have to imagine, like, at least on some level, this is probably getting the Smoke that he keeps forgetting he has the gloves. It's just an item that you're so used to getting early because so many things are behind gloves.
Thankfully, it looked like his thought process was to go to Hype Cave. Hopefully, he thinks to go back to Hype Cave, because that'll be where his gloves are. Bo is on the Lake Hylia Island. Cosmo. Yeah, Smoke is going right back to Hype Cave. Solski doing Spiral Cave, no boots though.
Yeah, it's like a walk of shame when you don't have boots.
And we have the Fire Prod on the floating island, so that's going to be required. You need that to get to clear out Skullwoods. And the red mail here in Spiral Cave, more frustration slashes from Smoke.
Yeah, I mean he's made a lot of execution errors, but really they haven't costed him a whole lot of time. Solski, I mean, I would say probably has a slight lead at this point, but I mean, it's by far a one race for Solski.
Oh yeah, it's not even close to being over. There's still plenty of stuff to go. Technically, you could argue Smoke got the lead. He's got. Well, no, they're both tied on one crystal. There's still 6 crystals left to get. This is not by any means done.
Yeah, and Solski will
making his
easily
way
clean up Eastern when he does pod, or
Yeah.
if he goes that direction.
And inside the other half of Paradox Cave, $20, a bomb upgrade, another $20, third $20, and a piece of heart. So 3 of a kind takes the pot. Now where is Solski headed? I know where he's headed. He's got hammer, he's got hookshot, he's got flippers. He's going to Swamp Palace.
That's a brave play at this point in time. A lot of people want to hold off on Swamp just so they can go mode it later.
While that is true, our runners still have a ton of items they need to find, and Swamp does have 6 items available to it, same as Pod, but it's also a crystal. That holds a lot of potential attraction.
Yeah, and this also, in terms of item density, I think you have a similar density if you wanted to do maybe like Thieves Town, but this is definitely a shorter walk from Link's house here as opposed to Sanctuary to Village of Outcasts.
Yeah, I mean, Village of Outcasts, you'll be getting all the items in there, plus the 4 items out of Thieves Town. It's a little bit more dense over there, but yeah, definitely more attractive to make this play here and now. But yeah, when the seed is giving you a crystal dungeon that you can full clear without having to dig anything else out, certainly not a bad idea to give it a go. His chat pointing out Pod only has 5 items, 6 keys. And there's a very early big key for Solski. Granted, he really only needs that to check the big chest, but it's still good that he knows it's right there.
Yeah, it'll definitely save him a trip back into Pod in the case that Argus is holding the big key. You have to backtrack in here to get that one chest.
Yeah, it's not that big of a backtrack, but it's still a little bit annoying.
So Solski about to get to the heart of Swamp Palace here, and we're going to see what items Swamp Palace is holding for us.
Yeah, there are plenty of items that we can hope to find. Smoke is going to, he's going to He's gonna hook shot to this big chest and then take the fall and come back up, it looks like. Unfortunately, just a compass in the big chest of tower. And very early map compass. And so right side is going to be definitely live. If he wants to make that play, I don't see him not making it, not with this many items left. And good on Solski, remembering not to flood the key, as Smoke is heading into the Trolldorn fight. Oh! And down goes Smoke. Well, you know what they say, at least it wasn't middle hole.
Yeah, this is one of my least favorite boss fights in the game because when you watch it, it looks completely harmless, and then he walks into you and you fall to the floor and you have to walk back up. It's just like, it's so annoying. It takes so much time if you don't execute it. I don't even say execute it because he's just so trolly by nature. But it's definitely a fight that can go south real quick if you're not careful moving around Trolldorn.
It is entirely something to keep an eye on. That's another reason why being able to fight him with a sword gives you a little bit of an advantage. With the sword, it's really hard, I believe almost impossible to be forced off the platform. Smoke, however, getting Deadrock trolled. 300 rupees in the first chest of right side. Great to have, no progression though. Second item, another 300 bucks. So a very rich Swamp Palace, but not a very progressive Swamp Palace.
He will definitely be able to afford the digging game now.
Yes, that is true. He will be able to afford digging game. So Smoke making this long and winding road of a walk through Spiral Cave. He'll pick up his red mail. Solski heading off in the direction of Argus. Still, I believe, four more items to a pickup.
I believe so, and Smoke is finding out the fire rod on the floating island. Unfortunately, can't get to it yet because he doesn't have the Titan's bits, but certainly good information to have for him as well.
You know, once they have that, that'll be required for Skullwoods. More frustration flashes from Smoke. I gotta hope he doesn't put himself on tilt with all of the game's giving. Speaking of ice bits, the early Swamp Palace dig paying off in more ways than one.
Solski with some frustration flashes.
Yeah, both of our runners not realizing how good a shape they're in compared to their opponent. Neither of them that far behind, but both of them, they know how good their opponent is. They have to feel they're in a bit of trouble with how late they got here. And yeah, Smoke is going to peace out of Death Mountain. He's taking the bait. He's gonna go to Sanctuary. So this looks like a Thieves' Town play.
Yeah, and I mean, if I'm Solski, I would feel pretty good about finding Mitts in Swamp because I don't feel like that's the play that a lot of runners would make in that situation. Like Smoke's doing, I would have probably dipped Village of Outcasts. But also, that's the one item. If not for that item, he could have go-moded this dungeon later. So I would be really happy to see those Mitts here.
Yeah, that is very true. But Smoke is going to be making this a Village of Outcasts play, and let's see if it pays off for Solski breaking out the Ice Rod.
Man, just laying
Get some good hits on there.
Holy cow.
That was impressive. I don't think I've ever seen the Ice Rod Argus kill. Only gets 50 bucks for it though, but the swag is real.
Yeah, that was for all the people in chat earlier not calling the ice rod a legitimate weapon.
And me.
Yeah, aside from Argus, I think I've only ever used it for Landmo. I don't think I've ever actually thought to use it for Argus. That's a very heads-up play on Solski.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have any of the normal improved items like, say, I mean, he didn't have the hammer, but the hitbox are really wonky, and he didn't have, say, the silver arrow or the fire rod or anything like that. Smoke going through chess game to find Bupkis. Solski's going to pick up his bow now. Good on him to remember it.
Yeah, we'll probably see a pod and Eastern. Oh, I don't know about a pod play, but at least maybe clearing up Eastern here.
Yeah, I
Or
assume
not.
he's got a... Oh, yeah, if he goes to the mountain cave, then he's got his eye on fire rod, and yep, that's exactly what he has his eye on.
That's right, I forgot. He's got mitts. He can do Dark Death Mountain now.
Yeah, and with that fire... Oh, no, yeah, he'll be able to get into, He'll be able to get into Turtle Rock, he just won't be able to do anything there.
Man, Deadrock's trolling both of our runners today.
Yeah. Dead Rocks don't care that you're 4-1, they're gonna troll you regardless. Smoke finding not much in the Village of Outcasts, so he's gonna make this Thieves Town play.
Yeah, of course that neither runner knows it, but if I had to give an edge to someone, I would probably give it to Solski at this point, unless Smoke comes up with something huge like boots or something boots or tempered sword that allow him to clear what Solski has done faster than how Solski cleared it.
Alternatively, an item like the Can of Samaria or the Flute or the book that gives him access to a dungeon that Solski doesn't. But Solski's going to do the rest of Dark Death Mountain, pick up a Super Bunny Cave to start, and find some powder. And of course, another piece of heart. That's all the game gives us. $50 for Smoke here in the third chest of Thieves Town. And there's the big key. So, I did not get a good look on what that Turtle Rock was, but Solski is going to go into Hype Cave. Did anyone else get the? Did anyone else get the what medallion was required to get into? Oh, it was Bombos. Oh, god damn it! +5 arrows, a heart container. And another $20. Smoke continuing to go through Thieves Town. Hookshot Cave not producing much in the way of results. But he is going to pick up his fire rod. It's going to be interesting to see if he decides to go straight into Skull Woods with this play.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely take care of Skull Woods while I'm at least in the area. Whether you do it first or after, the entire Village of Outcasts, I mean, that's up to personal preference, but I would definitely take care of it while I'm in the area.
Yeah, and it looks like either Blind has the last item or it's going to be in the big chest. Solski, it looks like, is going to he's going to burn a spike cave. And oh, by the way, P-Train, I kind of do owe you 20 cents.
Was it Bombos?
It was Bombos.
Yes.
Solski using the and gets Tempered Sword. Spike Cave, 14 hearts. He needed 12 and a half. He needed 12 and a half with the hookshot movement, and is massively rewarded.
Yeah, I mean, Solski's routing has just been on point. He's making all the right calls, finding all the right options. just really, really solid routing from him.
And Smoke ignoring the chest with the next to the maiden. I think, yeah, he's got to have figured out that the only items left here in Thieves Town are the small key, the compass, and the map. So there's nothing else worth getting. As we get a pencil pun from Blind, the Smoke is getting to work, and I assume that's where Solski's going after this. With the powder and the Titan's mitts, he will also be able to do. He'll be able to do the Frog World Tour. He'll be able to do Gary's Lunchbox. He's already done Cave 45 and Old Stumpy, but he's gonna go to Skullwoods first, and I can't say I complain him.
Yeah, I mean, really, the only thing missing for Solski at this point is the cane and flute.
The cane, the flute, and whatever you need to get into Mire, unless Desert's boot blocked. Yeah, so 3, maybe 4 items, with a small chance that it's 2.
Seeing some pedestal guesses on chat of Kane cannot be on pedestal because Kane is required to beat Turtle Rock, which is a pendant dungeon. At the moment, the only thing that can be on the pedestal is flute or the medallion. Flute, the medallion required to get into Misery Mire, or possibly boots if they're required.
Yeah, Smoke is heading on an abbreviated tour. He's going to check Old Stumpy, and it's going to be interesting to see what he does next. With his route set up the way it is, the closest dungeon for him is going to be Swamp Palace, and that's going to prove to be a very fruitful dig with the Titan's mitts and plenty of other goodies in there. The Solski firing up as he takes out all these Gibdos. Yeah, Smoke is definitely making the Swamp House play. Solski's in Skullwoods.
Yeah, that's really good for Smoke at this point.
It's going to do a lot to get him back into this. Yeah, Shovel was in the library. So Solski with only enough magic for 1 fire hit, but Tempered Sword is also going to do a lot of work, assuming he can keep Mothula off the spikes.
Yeah, Tempered Sword only requires 4 hits to kill Mothula.
Unfortunately, Mothula not being useful. There he goes. And that's the end of the Moth Radio Hour.
Yeah, anytime, because the spikes are going all across the room, the programmers decided that Mothula shouldn't be able to take damage from the spikes because otherwise he would kill himself. So anytime you hit Mothula onto a spike, it negates any damage that you do to the Moth, which makes the fight incredibly annoying.
Solski also picked up the big key from Mothula, so he will be able to go back and pick up the item in the big chest should he decide to look around. Solski getting a little bumper assist from that. That's a little cute movement tech. Still no books, so there's not going to be any thoughts of taking a peek at Pedestal for a while.
Yeah, if I had to pick my, like, if I just wanted to be absolutely mean, I would say let's put the book on the pedestal, and then put the flute in desert.
Or even better yet, put the flute on one of the tablets.
Absolutely.
So Smoke, he's gonna pick up a little time if he doesn't dig right side, because all that was there was 600 rupees, but I'm given his situation, he's almost certainly going to take that look.
Solski's still looking for that second item. At the moment, he's only picked up a piece of heart and Skullwood, so a heart piece and 50 rupees. So no progression in Skullwoods.
Nope, but he does have another crystal. That's his third. So he and Smoke tied on crystals right now, and he is probably going straight into Thieves Town to pick up his fourth.
I think Smoke skipped the left side of Swamp.
He did. That's going to save him a little bit of time, because nothing there but cash, and he's really spent everything he would need cash for. So
yeah, I mean, I still think he has to open pot up if he wants to do that. That in the digging game, that's about it.
Yeah. So Smoke's gotten his Titan's mitts. So we definitely need the flute. We definitely need Cane of Samaria. We might need boots. We might need another medallion. And we might have some fetch quest silliness. Solski with the powder, that opens up Mad Batter as well as the Smiths. So definitely gives him a little bit more value to doing this Frog World Tour after he's finished with Thieves Town, as Smoke is heading into the Argus fight.
And as a reminder, our racers are doing a fantastic job putting on a good show for us. This is not easy. It's not easy to get on a public venue like this and race, so they're doing this for our entertainment. So please feel free, visit both of these runners' channels. Give them a follow. They're doing a great job putting on a show for us here today, so give them a follow.
I mean, they are absolutely doing an amazing job. I know I certainly couldn't do this seed. Not only just being good stewards of the game in general, but just it takes a lot of skill and a lot of practice and a lot of devotion to be good at these randomizers. I'm sure many of you who have heard of this Link the Past Through Metroid crossover randomizer. That thing's just going to be absurd, but it's going to be the good kind of absurd, I think. Solski's got his big key. Anyway, let's see what Smoke does. He knows there are 2 items left here in Swamp. Is he going to take the time to re-dig? And it looks like the answer is no.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about a gamble. The moment you go back and check those chests, you've lost the time that you would have saved. So it's a gutsy move, but luckily for him, like this is going to pay off for this seed.
Yeah, he is headed to a Hookshot Cave, and he's going to get his Fire Rod, which I assume is going to send him in the direction of Skull Woods, which unfortunately doesn't have any further progression, but he does need to complete it.
Yeah, I mean, and we were talking earlier about like the psychology and like trying to guess the seed and what your runner's doing. Like from Smoke's perspective, he's had a couple of routing things. He hasn't found progression in some places that he went first. He may think that he's behind, so it may be in his mind that if there is progression on the left side, that it doesn't really matter because he's already behind at this point. So he may be trying to gamble to make up time that he thinks he's lost.
It is entirely possible. We know it's the right move to make. He doesn't yet. It's going to be interesting to see what he decides to do after he finishes Skull Woods, because still need the book or the flute in order to get into Desert Palace. Flute lets you backdoor from the Mire area. We still need Cane of Samaria and maybe a medallion from Mire, and that's it. Like between like Solski is going to have 4 pendants, and then Pod is, well, Pod's not a pendant, or Pod is a pendant, it's not a crystal. He's gonna finish up Eastern at some point, and then it's going to be, does he gamble on Pendant Pod? Does he gamble on a good old-fashioned Pendant Ice Palace? The Smoke does get the confirmation that yes, it was Bombos. Or the Pendant Turtle Rock play. Definitely one of the crazier things that has happened in some of these races.
Yeah, I mean, as early as you got Bombos and as early as you got Ice Rod, it would be easy to make the Turtle Rock play, but at the same time, wherever the Cane of Samaria is, it's buried deep in this logic, which to me kind of, if I'm trying to guess where the logic is taking me, you know, wherever that cane is, I might actually not prioritize Turtle Rock over some of my other choices.
It's very true. If it's in pod though, that's a very interesting line of play. And Smoke deciding to mirror out of that Lionel beam. He's going to make that Spike Cave check. So he's going to be rewarded with this Tempered Sword. He's making the play right now. He does not have a fairy to back him up if he happens to mess this up. He probably Solski just barely made it with some really nice movement tech from the hook shot. So let's see if Smoke can get this.
Yeah, I think 14 hearts is a requirement to get in here, so he should be good.
According to the chat, they don't count hearts when checking logic, and I know that the game requires the logic check is either an invincibility item and 1 potion.
Oh yeah, I was just talking about the health you need to survive.
To survive it, and it looked like with the hookshot tech you could do it on 13. But Solski is finally going to get around to Alec Baldwin's digging game.
Chad is bringing up a good point. He did not get Smoke did not get Fire Rod.
But it looks like he realized immediately that he needs to grab that because he's going right back to that mountain cave. So he is going to bleed away a little more time, but it's not going to be the catastrophe it otherwise could have been.
Yeah, and I imagine in his head, if he's checking off pendant dungeons that he can complete, Swamp was probably next on his list. So the moment he saved and quit, he realized he didn't have that Fire Rod.
Yeah, so he's going to make that play, and Solski is going to pick up the frog, and let's see how big a world tour we're going to have.
Yeah, I would, if I was Solski, I would probably turn in the blacksmith and check Magic Bat, and then get the chest. And then take the chest on a world tour in hopes that maybe I find Book along the way, and deliver the chest, dive into Eastern.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That would definitely be useful. Solski's also going to check Hammer Pegs, which is something we neglected. And just a piece of heart. Smoke is headed back up towards Hookshot Cave. He's definitely going to make sure he actually gets the Fire Rod this time. And a good on Solski, making sure he keeps his mirror portal out of the way. So he'll be able to still use it after he turns in the blacksmith. And the Mad Batter with just $20. Classic batter. But Smoke does have his Fire Rod. He must be feeling a lot better about things. And let's see what the blacksmiths have for $10.
Just a bomb upgrade.
Yeah, so not a huge amount of value. Smoke is... I assume Smoke is making the same plays that Solski is in the process of making. He's got all the same items. So this is basically a matter of who is going to make the play in... When is Solski going to finish up Eastern? And who is going to find the next progression?
Yeah, and we don't know. We know that Eastern doesn't hold the progression, so they have the option of doing Ice. They have the option of doing Turtle Rock or Pod.
I mean,
they don't have the option of doing Turtle Rock yet.
Yeah, they can't do Turtle Rock yet. They still need Cane. Smoke, however, is going to do Skull Woods first, which definitely the right call. And not, again, no useful items, but he does need to clear it anyway. He's probably not going to get a better chance. Oh, Solski looking like... Oh, Solski's also going to check a Clifftop Cave while he's on this world tour. But this is looking very much like who digs the right pendant dungeon. Because it seems like it almost has to be a pendant dungeon answering our problems at this point. It's possible that it's in an overworld location, but we're rather quickly running out of them.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like in Solski's position, Pod looks really attractive right now because you can have the mirror spot and clear out Eastern, and then he's not going to find progression in Eastern, so then jump in your portal and take care of Pod.
Yeah, that is definitely useful. But there is still Gary's lunchbox that can have something of use.
Solski showing off that the lunchbox does swim.
Or at the very least float. Oh, it looks like he's gonna check Catfish on this world tour as well.
Yeah, and this is really good routing from Solski because this is a very difficult place to route in effectively. But looping that, we had the bumper cave check, and then we had the cliff check. So Catfish is a very nice into the route here.
Cowtopia, we're missing potentially the medallion. We're definitely missing the flute. We're definitely missing the cane. We might be missing the boots. And Smoke with a very good kill, as that's the end of his Moth Radio Hour at the hour 6 mark. Catfish has Ether Medallion.
Yeah, that's a really nice find in their current position, not knowing what that Misery Mire medallion requirement is.
And Solski, Mirrors to the Light World, going to take the Lynx House warp, and then they'll make the trip over to... I'll make the trip to the lockpick rather quick. Smoke is going to redig Skull Woods. The big key does open up a bit more utility for this. May not utility, but it gives him a little bit more in the way of places that could have stuff. Unfortunately, he's not going to find anything, but it's I think it's really the principle of the matter.
Flute on purple chest. That's huge.
Oh my goodness. So what I was saying about Overworld not being likely to have anything, just ignore that.
So now it just becomes a search for the cane. I mean, even if we can get into Mire right now, we still don't know what the requirement is. But that does unlock Desert for us.
Yeah, Desert's completely open at this point. Mire might be open. Like, if it's, honestly, if he can find Kane in Desert, then, and it's not Quake to get into Mire, Solski's in go mode.
All rise for the Hyrule National Anthem. So with Solski, I mean, I would immediately go to Mire at this point, find out how close to go mode you are, and then clear Desert while you're there, if you can, assuming it's not boots locked.
Yeah, he's also going to check Desert Ledge while he gets this immediate check. There is also the possibility, yeah, that he is boots locked. But there's also the Shed and Checkerboard Cave he'll be able to take a peek into as Smoke finds that there's nothing left in Skull Woods. So what do we have for Mire?
It's Ether.
Oh, it is Ether. Catfish is required.
That's really bad news for Smoke because he has he can't route it in with Zora or anything. So unless he does the Graveyard Ledge route that Solski did, that's going to be bad news for him.
And the blue potion for Solski, as if he needed any more safeties. Smoke is headed towards grabbing the blacksmith, so let's see how expansive his world tour is. He definitely needs to catch up. And just 10 arrows in Checkerboard Cave, so the play for Solski probably has to be backdoor your way into desert and see if you can find Kane in here. If he does, he's got a commanding lead at this point.
Yeah,
but it's entirely possible that boots are required for Desert Palace. And at that point, he's got to abort that and go somewhere else. Just the map on the torch, so boots not required for this. Smoke may have laid his portal a little too close to the door to be able to go out and get back in. Oh, he can just make another mirror portal to Mad Batter. He's not going to make that check. Interesting.
So it does look like Smoke is doing the north route, so hopefully we're going to get a catfish check here.
Yeah, it does look like that is the prevailing logic. He is at least going to check Bumper Cave, see that's nothing of note.
At the least, we at least know he's getting his flute. He'll still be looking for ether without the catfish check, but at least he is finding the flute.
Yeah, that's at least something for him. Solski finding the compass, so Landmola's having the last item here. And yeah, Smoke is almost certainly headed to Catfish. It's one of those things, it would have seemed like there were so many easier times to route it in, but there really weren't.
Yeah, when Smoke went to the Dark World his first time, he didn't have that hammer, so he couldn't make that route up to Catfish when he first got Dark World access, whereas although Solski didn't, he at least had the option available to him.
Oh no, Smoke lost his purple chest. He's going to have to go back and get it, but it looks like he's going to pick up Catfish first, which he's going to probably not appreciate at the time, but when he sees what the medallion is for Meyer, he's definitely going to appreciate.
Yeah, luckily we're not finding some other form of progression like the cane that would open like Turtle Rock or something like that, because I feel like there's a good chance he's going to go back to get that purple chest.
Yeah, the chest has the flute in it. Solski doing a masterful work, gets the one cycle with the fire rod, playing lights out.
Getting that ether medallion out, we know exactly where he's going next.
Oh, you better believe it. And with a magic refill to boot. But no, that was absolutely textbook fire rod work from Solski. Smoke not liking what he finds. He really should.
Yeah,
of course, he has no way to know that.
Yeah, and it's a tough call to go into Meyer without the Cane of Samaria, but honestly, at this point, I feel like it's the best decision. I mean, you can get into the dungeon, you can likely get at least one of the items. I mean, the worst case scenario, you have an item on Vitreous, but yeah, this is definitely the play to make in this case.
Unfortunately, we have no bird toss, so Solski losing some style points. Rambler, Aga was for Dark World access. Ped is, I think, yeah, Ped, no. Yeah, Ped's dead at this point.
Yeah,
Ped can't have Cane because you need it for Turtle Rock. Yeah, the only, and this is a super long shot, but Ped's got boots and Bob Torch has Big Key for Ganon's Torch. So Smoke is going to go back and get that purple chest, and he's not going to be happy when he sees the flute. But he is still very much in this race. Kane of Samaria, unless it's in here, in Mire, this race is still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, Solski does still have to make his trek back to Eastern to clear that at some point.
Granted, that's not a huge amount of time he's going to spend doing it, but it is time he is going to have to spend.
See real quick here what's in this chest. Big key, which would be awesome if we were in go mode, but we're still looking for that cane, so fortunately not a huge time save there.
Smoke not at all happy to find that flute there. Solski going to pick up the magic refill as he checks the vanilla big key chest. Solski is definitely ahead, but it's not by any means an insurmountable lead, not with the cane still at large. But Smoke, I imagine, is going to be going in Solski's footsteps, unlock the flute to 6, check the shed, check checkerboard cave, backdoor into desert, and then do Mire.
Yeah, Solski not finding a whole lot in the basement of Misery Mire. Just a small key.
Yeah, there's not that many other places he can really look without having to resign himself that there's an item on Vitreous, and he's going to have to dig out the Kane of Samaria from somewhere else.
Yeah, we have 3 more chances to find an item here.
And I believe there's only 2 items here in Mire. I don't know if we found any yet.
No, I don't think we have. I think we found 2 small keys, a big key, and then that was the map.
Yeah. So Smoke is making the pod play. The gamble's real. Given the places he can check and knowing that, well, he doesn't know that he is only Kane away from go mode, he might still need Quake. But this is going to be very interesting. Well, there's one of the items. That's just a nickel. And yeah, I think that confirms Vitreous has the last item. And it's not the cane.
Did Solski check the chest that was on the left of that room? Or was that the second item?
Oh right, yeah, it was second item because there was a piece of heart on the bridge.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so the blue rupee was the second item. So yeah, Solski is also going to be able to wrap up his Eastern Palace as soon as he's done digging around in Pod.
Yeah,
but where is this cane? Well, there's the boots. Smoke, with some more frustration slashes, finds the boots. Does not know that they're not really needed, but he's not going to complain, I'm sure.
Yeah, if Smoke finds Kane in here, then it's a very, very close race at that time because Solski does have to complete Eastern, and Smoke has to complete Desert, but Smoke saves the time of dipping Misery Mire because he only has to find that big key and he's out.
Yeah, and that big key was pretty early on, I believe.
Yeah, it was in the I think it's not the chest on the spikes, but the chest surrounded by spikes with the 2 blue switch blocks in front of it.
Yeah. So that also, the pedestal confirmed dead. There is nothing that could be there. However, that does open up the shovel play. Just putting that out there. Like, shovel to cane could be a thing. It's not likely to be a thing, but it could be a thing.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I I really hope Kane is in this dungeon because that's going to be a really, really close race. I mean, it still is a close race, but I imagine that's going to be the best case scenario for Smoke.
I actually don't think so because honestly, Smoke needs to find something. Well, he finds something that's not the something he was hoping to find because Solski is headed straight for the Armos Knights. So he's not going to have anything else stopping him. He's going to explore around in pod just as Smoke has. And if he comes up on that Kane, he'll be in go mode and he'll just have Meyer to go. And there's a mushroom. Uh-oh. We could have dueling fetch quests.
Man, if the race comes down to a mushroom versus a shovel check.
Solski just machine gunning these Armos Knights. Absolutely amazingly done. He gets another heart container. And he immediately pulls out that mirror too. He knows what's up. Smoke has not gone to the Mire area, but if he finds Kane and Quake, he knows he's for sure in go mode. And here's Solski making the play.
I wonder how Solski's going to feel. Well, actually, both runners. Pod has been available to us for a very long time. I wonder if it's in their heads that their opponent has had boots for forever at this point.
Yeah.
Since AGA 1.
I mean, you saw all of Smoke's frustration slashes. He has to think that Solski's had the boots forever and a day. In actuality, Solski just got them now. And just more small keys. Yeah, Smoke. I think that just leaves one item on Helmosaur King, and Smoke's not gonna bother. He's gonna flute to 2, turn in that mushroom. What do we got? Just 10 arrows.
Man, so Smoke, he still has to go to the Mire area. We still have the shovel, and he also left 2 chests in Swamp as well.
It looks like Smoke's heading to the Grove. He does need to get the shovel first. He may have slightly forgotten yet that he doesn't technically have the shovel. Oh, no, he's going to go around and do he's going to get the shovel from this side. Solski instead's going to check Bonk Rocks. Bonk Rocks and King's Tomb are now open with the boots. So, 2 checks for Solski, 2 checks for Smoke. Solski did not get the mushroom. It's not going to punish him for it. Do we have a buried cane? No, just a buried heart. Do we have the other kind of buried cane? No, but we have silver arrows!
Oh, that's actually really big. I mean,
that's a game changer.
Yeah, I mean, tempered silverless Ganon isn't slow, but I would definitely rather have silvers than not have silvers.
I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone would prefer silvers if they have it. Smoke is going to realize with this check on Meyer, he is a cane away from go mode. And Solski is going back into Eastern. Oh, he immediately pieced out once he got boots he pieced out once he got boots and I think like one other item just because he figured that's where the progression was.
So Smoke is likely going to clear out desert lines here.
Smoke's gonna clear out desert.
I'm thinking Solski probably he has the option of full clearing this dungeon. I think an item's still on Helma, and then beyond that, I think all that's left is Ice Palace.
Yeah, our blessed Lord and Savior Pendant Ice Palace. Yeah, it is entirely possible that it's on Helmasaur King, but that would be a horrible, that'd be a horribly bad beat for Smoke, if that's the case. And it's not insignificant to check.
Yeah, I mean, and even with Ice Palace, we still have the book at large, so that's still
Yeah,
in play.
that would
We could get a
open up,
book and Bombos and Ether Tablet.
Yeah. Thankfully, the Bombos and Ether tablets are relatively close to flute locations. Not super close, but close-ish. But yeah, there is absolutely no chance of a Turtle Rock check. Which is a good thing and a bad thing. A good thing because, well, Turtle Rock is long, it's painful, and it is a living, breathing death trap. Solski finds his mushroom.
Yeah.
But the bad news is it is going to make for a slightly slower ascent to Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, if I had to imagine, Solski's probably frustrated with that mushroom because he could have handled that in his overworld checks earlier. You know, when he checked Bonk Rocks and all that other good stuff.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting if Smoke checks those overworld locations or goes to Ice Palace. Because Ice Palace they've had access to for a long while. Remember, they got Bombos early, they got the Flippers early, and once they had Titansmiths, they had everything they needed.
Yes, Titansmiths were in Swamp, which were, by logic, available to us the moment we got Dark World access. Let's see what Solski does. He's going to Helma. He's going to Helma.
He is, alright. Of all the plays, this is a play. So
Yeah,
it's,
I mean,
it's
you're
either going to be Helma or Ice Palace. Smoke gets the one cycle with the silvers, picking up a little bit more time. Those silver arrows just are so incredibly powerful.
So Smoke will probably do his boots checks, and then it's a matter, probably, if I had to guess, in terms of item density, Ice Palace.
No, once he does his boots checks, Ice Palace is the only play on the table.
Well, he left some chests in Swamp that he could go clear up. But,
right, there's left side of Swamp, and then there's Helma King. He's gonna do Checkerboard Cave now.
Oh man, Helmasaur. Don't do this to me.
Like this would have to be the sickest beat in the history of sick beats if it's Helmasaur King with the Cane of Samaria. Like, who would make that get?
And Smoke's making the Ice Palace play, so if Helmasaur does not have the cane, this is a race. Oh, we noped out.
Yeah. Smoke is what's Smoke doing now?
Bonk Rocks.
All right, Bonk Rocks and Rock. Yeah, he realized he did have overworld plays he could make. So yeah, it'll be really close, both of them going into Ice Palace at about the same time. Really, the only advantage... Smoke's got silvers, but Solski has a little bit more health plus the safety.
Oh, man.
Like, oh my goodness.
Moment of truth.
All right. Do we see a cane? Survey says...
Oh, it's gotta be ice!
It's gotta be Ice Palace.
Oh, Smoke, go to ice, go to ice, go to ice.
Smoke and Solski have they've checked everything. Smoke's going to have probably not even a 10-second lead entering ice.
So 10-second lead. He does have to find the big key when we get to Misery Mire, but he has silvers and Solski does not. Although Solski is doing fetch quests now.
Yeah, he is, and if he does find the shovel, that'll give him that. So it'll basically be the difference of Go Mode Mire versus dig Big Key out of Mire versus the lead that Smoke can generate here. Oh no, he didn't do shovel. Solski only checked the mushroom. He hasn't even thought about going to the library for the shovel.
So that's going to give Smoke a lot of extra time on Vitreous.
Not only on Vitreous, on Ganon.
Holy cow, this is a freaking race.
Yeah, Smoke, dare I say, Smoke's taking a lead. Honestly, probably the best item that Solski can find here is the cane before finding Samaria. Because that'll let him do a cane dash strats on Vitreous, which will save him definitely a lot of time versus just doing regular bow and arrows. Plus, it looks cool as hell. I love watching cane dash strats on Vitreous.
So we get a bomb jump from Smoke.
Yeah, the Ice Palace bomb jump for runners of this caliber, no problem. Still no cane yet in here.
Yeah, you get that one chest at the beginning, and other than that, you got to go pretty deep in the Ice Palace before you get your next item.
I mean, he doesn't even have the big key, so he can't check the big chest yet.
Oh, interesting routing from Smoke's. Gonna take the key and just go ahead and do the right side of Ice Palace here.
Yeah, I mean, he has to think he's way behind. And it turns out he's not, and he can probably, with the silvers, afford a little bit of to take a little bit of deficit into Mire, but he definitely won't want to. And there's the big key, just a little bit past. He's gonna check the vanilla big key spot.
There it is. There's a cane.
There's the cane.
So does Solski do that same route? Because otherwise, it's going to be a while before he gets to that chest.
He's gonna bomb jump across. So he gets that bomb jump. So yeah, it is going to be a little bit Smoke with a lead.
Holy
yeah, 132.44 the go mode time for Smoke. So let's see how much of a lead he has.
Oh man, what a race.
Yeah, this has been huge. And Solski, yeah, he's the vanilla big key location is probably the last place he's gonna check. Because he's gonna go through all of this first. So here's the room. No, it's the next one. This the big key. Yeah, this is the room that had the cane. I was one off.
Yeah.
So right now, 90 seconds between go modes.
Yeah, and with Solski in that cane, there's no way he's going to get silver. So It's going to be tough, but Smoke's got a pretty commanding lead right now.
He does have a lead, and he definitely is going to have a quicker Ganon fight, but, I mean, Ganon's Tower, I don't care that this is the wrong game. Ganon's Tower could easily be the great equalizer, depending on does Smoke think he's ahead or not. If Smoke thinks he's behind, he may take gambles he doesn't need to. I have seen several races in this tournament lost where the person in the lead thought they were behind and made a stupid gamble.
Yeah, it's possible. Solski's about to get his big key shortly. Having to be very careful with his magic. He actually just ran out.
Yeah, he is going to be able to get a full refill right before he takes his way towards the Meyer basement.
Yeah, and he found Big Key in one of the most optimal locations to find it, just because he's right next to that warp. So they're actually going to be in this room at the same time, just about. Smoke half a room ahead of Solski right now, but with silvers.
So, yeah, Smoke is going to gain a lead with silvers. And also very interesting, there's been some new tech discovered here in Misery Mire involving the Fire Rod and the Cane of Samaria. So, Smoke, can you try and explain what might happen here in these next couple rooms?
Yeah, it depends on if he throws a Samaria block. It looks like he's going with. Looks like both runners are going with the NMG strats. Solski laid a block down, but luckily remembered he didn't hit the switch. But yeah, there's some kind of a memory glitch you can do where you throw a Cane of Samaria and it messes with the values of the game, and it allows you to flip a switch with by hitting a sprite with Fire Rod. That's about the limit of my knowledge. I'm not going. I feel like if I tell you any more, I'll be lying to you.
Yeah, it is definitely. I mean, it's just so interesting that a game that is as old as it is still has all this new stuff that people are finding just completely out of nowhere. As Solski is going into the Vitreous fight slightly ahead, going with the standard damage boost strats, and does a very nice job getting rid of those eyes.
Smoke having a little bit of issue with arrows there, but gets it just fine. So
yeah, Smoke definitely showing how powerful that silver arrow is. All these spins and slashes for Solski versus just 2 silver arrows and the eye is down.
So everybody, we now have our final crystal. So for those of you who don't know, we have a game that we like to play. Want to explain the game, Algernon?
Sure. There are 22 chests in Ganon's Tower. One of them probably has the big key. There's also the Bob Torch, and that could have the key, and the big chest that could not. But 22 locations that could possibly have the big key in Ganon's Tower. Which of those 22 locations is it? Anyone who is a subscriber to the Speed Gaming family of networks or has made a 250-bit donation to the channel, get your guesses in and see if you can get it on the leaderboard. P-Train, what's your call?
I always like to see it right after Armos.
So I believe on the normal route that is like 19, 20, 21. Those 3 chests.
Yep. I like the vanilla location.
All right, I'm gonna stick with my normal call of chest number 5, which is in the Stalfos room under normal conditions.
Alrighty. Yeah, usually I go for the troll locations, but our runners are pretty well equipped, so Ganon's Tower shouldn't be an issue for them.
Not really. Very interesting. It looks like Solski is taking the normal way up in the Dark Death Mountain in the Dark World, where Smoke took the Turtle Rock portal and is using that to make his way up. And it looks like his way was a little bit faster, but it could also be the fact that he had a slight lead coming out of Meyer.
Yeah, absolutely. This could come down to a right versus left gamble right here.
And the big reason Smoke caught up is the silver arrows that he dug out of the grove enabled him to have a much faster victory.
Yeah, absolutely. Not having those silvers is going to really hurt Solski. But certainly it's not, like I said, like you mentioned earlier, Ganon's Tower has made and broke races before.
So here we go. Chest 1, 20 rupees. Chest 2, small key. Smoke is not going to go further in right side. We have a 10-second difference on entering Ganon's Tower.
Oh, big
key on the torch.
Oh, so Solski's going right.
Oh no!
Oh, he's gonna feel so bad when he sees that on the torch. Oh my gosh.
Solski thinking he's a lot further behind than he actually is, making the plays he does not need to make. Also, chest number 3, our resident swag duck, Ducky, won the first correct answer. So congratulations, Ducky, getting on the board, but Smoke now turned a good lead into an absolutely commanding lead. At this point, I dare say this is his race to lose.
Solski with the swag cane strats right there, dashing into the block to kick it over the ledge.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's nothing he can find here except maybe Butter Sword. It's going to be of any help. He finds Cane of Burna. That's not what he wants.
Oh man, he's gonna feel so bad when he sees this on the torch.
And Smoke at 140-108 into the gauntlet. And there it is.
He's going to pick up this key so he doesn't have to deal with the mini Helmosaurs on top of the tower.
Meanwhile, Smoke in the third room of the gauntlet.
Yeah, very clean gauntlet so far from him.
Yeah, this is a very clean gauntlet. And he's just using the silver arrows a little bit, but mostly just tempered sword. And skipping that star swirl and going straight into the Landmo 2 fight. Ooh, does not get... Oh, gets 1 on the first cycle with a favorable jump. Gets a 2 cycle.
Solski is running low on arrows.
Yeah, he's down to 2, although he really doesn't have that many things he would use arrows for, except, well, the gauntlet, which he is yet to do. But Smoke takes out the 3 Wizroad room, going into the 4 Wizroad room. Getting this in 1 cycle is doable, but tricky. Gets it done. Also, keep in mind, both of our runners have a blue potion to work with, so health not going to be a problem. Solski also has a fairy at his disposal. And no need to take that magic refill.
Yeah, I mean, it's although Smoke does have a lead, like this is still a very close race.
I mean, a Moldorm Fall.
Moldorm Falls.
Yeah, Ganon Fall definitely shifts the lead. A Moldorm Fall, I think Smoke, because he has silver, still puts him about level.
Yeah.
And he's gonna get this magic refill as he goes in the Moldorm 2 fight. Not taking any chances, holding that sword out. Knows it's almost impossible to get bopped off as long as he's pushing the right way, as you can see right there.
Getting the kill. We'll see if he opens up the chest. And he skips it. He probably feels he's behind, so I don't blame him.
Yeah, I'm sure he feels he's behind. Especially with taking even as small a right side gamble as he did, that he ended up not needing to. Smoke is heading up the stairs to Ganon 2. Solski is headed to the fire bar room. And here's Smoke in the Ganon 2 fight. A lot of time could be made up if Smoke's fight's bad and Solski's is good.
Gets a triple first run.
Get the triple, shows what I know. This might be a setup for a double triple.
Yeah, Smoke is not playing games at this point.
No, he is not. This could be this still looks like that's a 3-cycle Yaga 2. Absolutely well done. And Smoke's going into the Ganon fight. Yeah, 3-1-2 for Smoke.
Man, what a race this has been. Just so many things could have changed this race, like an early pod dip, Smoke going left side in Swamp. Just a whole bunch of little decisions.
When Solski gets the message from Ganon, did you find silvers in Light World? He's going to realize as he gets a pity arrow from that chest right before Moldorm. Once he hears that Ganon tell him that silvers are in Light World, he's going to realize exactly where they were. Smoke using the boots, get a few extra hits in on Ganon in this Firebat phase, hoping to get a 1-cycle out of it. Down to 3.5 hearts. Got to be careful.
Yeah, he doesn't have a fairy, does he?
No, he does have a blue potion, though.
Oh, okay.
Both our runners picked up a blue potion. I believe in, I think in Swamp Palace. Okay, chat pointing out that there is Light Cave, there is Mimic Cave that Solski did not check. As the Smoke into the 4th phase of Ganon, just needs to be careful to not get knocked off. Misses the torch glitch. He's set up for a double. Gets the double. Almost got a triple to finish.
GG Smoke. What an excellent Ganon fight.
That is absolutely amazing work from Smoke, as Solski looks like he got a triple to finish. So it's going to be a very close finish, but there's the door. There's the dot done, and Smoke, congratulations, you're moving on. Get your GGs in the chat, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Smoke finishing with an official speed gaming time of 1 hour, 46 minutes, and 25 seconds.
Absolutely, absolutely amazing work from Smoke.
Man,
so we're going to get him in for an interview shortly as Solski starts his Ganon fight. This should, even though he does have to do a Tempered Sword spins, I'm sure he's going to, he's not going to have any problems with this.
Solski also going for a speed spin strats, getting the doubles.
And he also got a really nice position for Ganon. Plus, he has the fairy, so the lack of health is nowhere near as big a deal as it might have been for Smoke.
Yeah, we're already on the next last phase again.
And there's the hint. So Solski is going to have to... He gets the torch glitch, and he's going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. I believe with Tempered Sword you need 12 hits?
Yes. With Butter or Tempered Sword, 12 hits. With the Master Sword, 24 hits.
Yep. And I believe you can only get 3 swings per phase with the torch glitch.
Yeah, the torch stays lit for 2 transitions, so if you're really quick and you're able to light the torch and hit him on the same transition, you can get 3 in there. Very difficult to do, though. Solski's making very quick work.
Oh yeah, this is very well done. He is really low on magic, but again, he does have that blue potion if he needs it.
GG.
Doesn't need it.
Man, what a race.
So everyone get your GGs in chat for Solski finishing with 1 hour, 48 minutes, 54 seconds. Less than 2 minutes between our runners. Absolutely amazing work as we're going to get both of them in here for an interview. Yeah, that has got to be one of the hypest races I've seen in quite a while, as expected from the 4-1 bracket.
Yeah, absolutely. Some very good routing and some very good execution from both of our runners.
But great execution, but also a little luck. Ultimately, I think Silver Arrows definitely was what propelled Smoke into pulling off this win, although he definitely saved time with not doing things like Helmasaur King or left side of Swamp Palace. But we are working on getting our racers in here because I'm sure there's plenty you want to talk about.
Yeah, I may or may not have had some questions I wrote down.
And also, we'll finally get to see what was on the pedestal. Oh, just more arrows. So that book was somewhere. It shall remain a mystery. And with that ding, that means we do have Smoke here in the commentary booth. That was an absolutely, absolutely amazing race. Having a little mic issues real quick. Yeah, we're working out a quick tech issue.
And we have Smoke again. Smoke, you with us?
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we
Absolutely.
gotcha. What a race.
You have no idea. And it looks like we're joined with Solski as well. GG to you both.
Thanks,
So
guys.
That's GG, man. That was
Good game.
So
I really don't want to say it.
I have one question that I want to ask the both of you real quick. How did you feel finding boots in the first chest of pod?
For me,
God.
personally, significantly behind at that point because I figured Smoke might have gotten boots early.
The way that my early game ended up being to head to pod and go in there at about 30-some minutes or so, like as soon as I got Dark Road access, I was short on money and I wanted to do it because if it was bow locked with no item in there, I just wasted 100 rupees that I needed for Zora.
Yeah, it was very interesting. Solski made sure he got his 500 rupees, took advantage of the rupee room that's hidden away in Eastern Palace to get the 500, and was rewarded with the mirror of all things on Zora. After Smoke made the earlier check, couldn't afford Zora, but found the Moon Pearl on the ledge.
Just like
Yeah.
it threw my brain off like completely. Just
Yeah, believe it or not, you actually both found boots within like 1 minute of each other. You both were in
Yeah.
pod at the same time when y'all found boots.
We were talking about that in the race room. We're like, he's like, this seed, expletive this seed, and I was like, same. So,
Yeah, and that was really cool to see Smoke because Solski, you had gone to Zora and gotten the hammer before getting Dark World access.
and
Smoke
then the mirror
did not,
too.
so
Yeah, and the mirror as well. I felt so ahead at that point because that was a real like troll gets thrown out a lot. That's a troll because
it's funny because
and I had to manufacture it, and if you didn't, then you're gonna be looking a while for that stuff. So it was just
Gina had progression, Zora had progression, Catfish had progression.
Oh yeah, about that. Was really interesting that you also Purple Chest had progression, and you dropped the Purple Chest checking a clifftop cave, but you went and did Catfish anyway. And at the time, you find Ether, and you had no clue that was actually required.
3 chance. I mean, I like those odds. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were really nervous when we saw you heading toward Pod without the hammer smoke, and I think you actually went as far to actually grab Kiki, but then save and quit or mirrored out with Kiki, because we were actually commenting and we were like, "Holy cow, he's about to spend money that he needs to get that hammer from Zora."
I was, you know, if I was bow locked up there, there's, nothing I can do. Obviously, something has to be on Zora, gloves or hammer, so I can.
Oh yeah, Solski, chat, especially Willard in chat. Or actually, this is for Smoke. You went and you did Hookshot Cave, and then you went elsewhere, and then you realized a little bit too late that there was one other thing you had to take care of at Hookshot Cave, wasn't there?
Yeah, that fire rod, I forgot about it. I did Hookshot Cave and left and did Spike Cave. Then when I was saving quit, I was like, there's a reason I went up there.
Yeah, and Spike Cave, of course, paying off with the Tempered Sword for both of you. But honestly, probably what sealed the deal, well, part of it, Solski, you made like that right side gamble.
There at the end.
Solski, did you still think you were behind and made the, is that why you made the right side gamble?
A little bit. I mean, me and Meth Smoke, do like to go left side a lot, so I figured with that key and just having everything I had, I figured I might as well just go right side and leverage it, because I normally don't, but I did feel a little behind. I almost considered doing Tile Room, but I didn't think I was that behind either. So it was worth it just to do first 4, and then I looked at my arrow count, didn't want to commit to full Armos, and went that left side. Saw a big key on torch. I was like, well, I'm kind of glad I didn't commit, so it was fun.
Every step of the way, everywhere I went. Like, a lot of that race.
Yeah, when y'all both entered Pod, the race was so close at that point. There were there were routing differences that both of you made that really could have swung the race in either direction. A couple of things that you differed on. Smoke, you opted to leave Pod before taking out Helmasaur.
Yeah,
Solski, you made the Helmasaur play.
Like a fuck it, or like.
Yeah, and then also Smoke opted not to do the right side of Pod, which had
right
I think
side,
only like 600 rupees.
Right side,
oh yeah,
swamp,
right side.
Yeah,
left
a
side
pair of 300 rupee secrets. But probably the thing that swung the thing around, Solski, you remember that shovel on the library bookshelf?
You know what? I actually forgot about it.
Smoke did not and dug up the silver arrows at the Grove. That allowed him to just steam through Vitreous, steam through the gauntlet, and stab Ganon enough times to pull out that victory. But still, absolutely impressive for both of you.
You both killed Vitreous at the same time.
Nice. Yeah, I saw Light World and I was like, that's it's either, was it Mimic Cave or something else I missed?
Yeah, Mimic Cave or Grove were the only 2 places you had left.
There's Pendant Dungeon.
It was just, that shovel spot.
Yeah, well, I have a feeling you're not going to forget that for a while. Anyway, Smoke, congratulations, 5-1. You are officially advancing to the knockout stages. Next week's just going to be all about positioning. How are you feeling?
I'm just happy I made it. Like, I can just play for the next round is. I think it's in 2 weeks, whatever. Just play, have fun, not have to worry about anything.
Meanwhile, Solski, you will have another win in the 7th and final round of Swiss, but this one's going to be win or go home. You think you're going to be up to the task in a week and a half?
Sure. I mean, I feel like just with my routing and everything like that and execution gains over the year that I've been playing Rando, it's just really steadily improved to the point of I feel comfortable in my abilities, and I think I got a really good shot at making it, but I mean, it is randomizer as well. There's always that in play as well. So we'll have to just wait and see how it goes.
And once again, I would like to make sure everyone give both of our runners a follow. Both very good randomizer players, both deserving of your attention, not only in the tournament but afterwards. Also, I want to give a shout out to Dracaris, our tracker, and Terror handling the restream. None of this that any of us do would be possible without these guys behind the scenes.
GG, that was I would say that was fun, but for a long time that was not fun.
Yeah, that was it turned fun, but it took a long time to get there.
Yeah, it was fun to commentate.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So do any of the three of you have anything else to say about this before we put this seed to bed?
GG, it was a fun race again, so I'm glad it was close. I don't like being part of like blowout races. It doesn't keep it fun for the viewers and all that.
Right. Yeah, good game to smoke. Nice. That was a nice fun race. I'm always glad when they're close races like this. So I don't feel bad taking the L at all here. So good game, and thanks for the restream and the commentary as always, guys. And then thanks to all the volunteers for the tournament. You guys are doing great.
All right. For all of us here at the Speed Gaming family of networks, for our runners Smoke and Solski, for our tracker Dracarius, for our restreamer Terror, and my co-commentator P-Train, this is Algernon25. Ladies and gentlemen, good night and good luck.